her up with the sheets. You don't have to fucking look at her. Just don't be thinking about her. Don't be distracted. And then the other reason is there's a commandment to be fruitful and multiply. In order to do that, you have to have an erection. And Jewish women... It's the best way to say this. It's not ugly. It's not ugly. That's not the word. That's not the word. It's not ugly. Here's the word I'm going to use. Inbred. Yeah, we're an inbred race, everybody. The boys and the girls. We've only been fucking ourselves for like 5,000 years. So if you don't get outside genetics, shit starts to get weird. As people ask me, is Judaism a race or religion? And I'm like, it's both. They're like, well, how can it be a race? I'm like, because you can pick a Jew out of a lineup. You know, if you have 8 men, you're like the Woody Allen one, obviously. You, come on, let's go. You know, it doesn't work with other religions. You can't pick a Catholic out of a lineup. Unless you're in, like, the middle of raping a child. I mean, you would have to get so lucky with the timing. Or no, I guess what you could do, you could have a lineup and then release a child into the room and then lock the door. And then you just gotta play the waiting game. You gotta wait for the one to start shaking and sweating and like talking to him. Keep it together, Jeremiah. You guys raping that? I'm not. I just want to know if you guys are gonna rape that. I'm not gonna rape it. I'm not even thinking about raping it. I just want to know if you guys are gonna rape it. Hey, can I smell his butt? Is that allowed? Dude, I've been making fun of that Catholic priest-sex scandal for like 20 straight years. I can't stop making fun of it. I have Catholic friends. They get mad at me about it, but fuck off. My buddy Steve, he's Catholic, he's a comic, and I made a Catholic joke once, and I got off stage, and he had enough of it, you know? So I got off stage, and he was like, Ari, what do we have to do to make you stop making fun of Catholics? And I was like, one thing. It's just that one thing. Are you guys not getting the message? Just stop raping children. Do you have a game plan in place to improve? Can I spitball with you a little? Can I suggest, I don't know, right or wrong, but start raping adults for a while. And see how that works out. It's 50, 60 years, something like that. And then eventually, maybe no rapes at all. But I think we can all agree, you know you're fucking up as a group when raping adults is a step in the right direction. Yeah, the only problem is, now every time a Jew fucks up sexually, all my friends are like, well. Guess you guys aren't perfect either. Yeah, like fucking, what's his name? Jeffrey Epstein? That was bad. Epstein is a Jewish name, if you don't know. If you didn't know before, now you know. If you don't know who Jeffrey Epstein is, he ran an underage sex trafficking ring. Yeah, had his own private island where he did it. Bill Clinton went there, but just to play golf, I think he said. There was no golf where Bill Clinton lived, so he went to Fuck Child Island and get a sweet 9 holes in. So, anyway, they're like, what about Jeffrey Epstein, Ari? He's a Jew. And I'm like, that's fair. That is fair. And I'll answer that from a Jewish perspective. Here's what Jeffrey Epstein goes to show you. It's that no matter what industry Jews choose to go into, we will rise to the top of that industry. He's the #1 name in underage sex trafficking. Anyway, the point is, Jews have a look. That's my point. Everybody's got a look, you know? Even, continent to continent, people look way different in South America than they do in Africa, you know, Canada, they look different. It's like, whatever. Even country to country, people look different. Like, I've been on tour all over, like, Europe. People looked at, I was in Berlin, 4 days in Berlin. Hottest women in the world. I've been to Sweden and Brazil. I thought they used to be the hottest. It's German girls. They're fucking 10s, dude. Every one of them. And the dudes, too. Every dude there was like 6'5" and chiseled. I was just walking around Berlin for 4 days, staring at these same beautiful men and women. And for the first time in my life, I was like, yeah, I get it now. I guess I never looked at it from their point of view. Germans are perfect. And Jews all look like we're dying. We are, we're falling apart, man. You need outside genetics, or shit starts to get weird. Same as look at the royal family in England. They're all like, I'm your leader. You know? They're all half-tards eating their own shit in the corner. Same as Jews, we're falling apart. Every Jew has the same fucking Jew pattern baldness. You know? That's why God's like, try to get laid, do something, cover it up if you have to. I don't know. We're falling apart, nearsightedness. I had LASIK eye surgery, I still have glasses. Yeah, Dr. Weinberg did a great job. We're all neurotic, we're all like, Tay-Sachs disease, falling apart. Feed a glass of whole milk to a Jew. Watch him rain diarrhea for 40 days and 40 nights. Absolutely falling apart. Because we're inbred. It's kind of like, do you guys know what pugs are? The dog breed pug, the most inbred of all dog breeds. Have you ever seen a pug get excited and then struggle to breathe? Throw a ball to a pug 4 times in a row. Listen to the sound of him just going. Yeah, that's what Jews are. We're the pugs of the human world. Anyway, the point is, we have a look. So every Jewish woman I've ever had sex with, there's been like 10, 12 in my life, and every one of them, for a moment or the whole time I'm looking at her, but at least for one moment, I'll look at her, and she'll look exactly like my Aunt Ruth. And my boner's like, no fucking way. So to combat that, I always thought they just was like, well, why don't you just take a sheet, cover her up, so. Yeah, then you just fuck a multiverse of holes and you're fucking there. By the way, here's what I should tell you. There's 2 types of Jews. I'm only talking about one type. There's Ashkenazi and Sephardi. So when the Greeks drove us out, or the Romans, or one of the fucking 1,000 times we got driven out, we got pushed in different directions. And some of us went north to like Poland and Romania and Hungary and places like that. And some of us went east to like Syria and Iran, Iraq, places like that. Those are called Sephardic Jews, or as my grandmother called them, animals. She's like, they don't cut their challah, they tear it. Don't have them in our house. And those people are tougher. They're tougher Jews because they got some Arab in them and they're just like tougher. They never had the Holocaust too, so there's no victim mentality there. The Holocaust never got to Syria. So they're all like, what? Why are you a victim? Just fight back. And we're like, you just wouldn't understand. But I'm talking about Ashkenazi Jews, Woody Allen Jews. That's the type I'm talking about. So let me tell you what we did in seminary, in yeshiva in Jerusalem. All we did was study the Torah and mostly the Talmud, the Gemara. I'll use those words interchangeably. It means the same thing. And we prayed. 3 times a day we prayed. It's a lot. Muslims go 5 times a day. You got us on that. Christians pray like twice a year. And the Talmud is really just a series of what-ifs to help codify the law. So the Torah will say something like thou shalt not kill. Right, you get put to death if you kill. But the Talmud is like, what about self-defense? And you're like, yeah, good question, Talmud, good question. So here's 2 of my favorite what-ifs from the Talmud, and these would still be done today. My favorite 2. Okay, what if you're having sex with your wife, and in the middle of it, she starts a period? You know, that could happen. I know women, whenever I've had sex with a woman, and she's like, oh shit, I started my period. They always get embarrassed, which is weird, like, I started my period early. But I'm always like, oh, did you? I can't even fucking tell. And chicks always get embarrassed by it. They're like, sorry, but don't get embarrassed. At least from my perspective, I'm always like, I love it. You know, they're like, I started my period. I'm like, that's right, you start your period early. Because I hit that back wall. My dick starts your period. My dick is your god. My dick is your moon. Makes us feel powerful. Don't feel bad about it at all. So, what if you start your period early? I would say, you know, just stop fucking. No big deal. If I was the ancient rabbis, I would tell me, or keep fucking. You already got the sin. You may as well enjoy yourself. You know, it's like if you get a parking ticket, you don't move your car. Park for free for the rest of the day. That's not what the rabbis of the Gemara say. They said, no, you're not doing anything wrong until you find out you started your period. And then, when you're inside her vagina, you can't pull out, because pulling out is a stroke. It's an enjoyable stroke. So where are you gonna go? It's like, it becomes like a Chinese pussy trap, you know? So this is what they say to do. This is what they say. I think in Uridaya or Baba Kama, one of those, but you're fucking, right? And then she goes, I start my period. You're supposed to stop, look up, think of the glory and awe of God. until your manhood subsides. Yeah, you have to let your dick exit of natural causes. Oh, what a fun bonding moment for you and your wife. For her to feel you go soft inside of her. And how confusing from your dick's point of view, where you're just plugging away, you know, you're just like this. And then all of a sudden, it just like stops. Hello? Hello? Little movement, please. Need a little movement here. Also, definitely stop thinking about God. That's weird. That's not my thing at all. All right, well, probably gonna get out of here then. Here's my favorite. Here's my all-time favorite what if from the Talmud. It's about dietary laws we have. Kosher. You guys have heard that word, right? Kosher. Yeah. Certain things we can and can't eat, and that's what we call kosher. Muslims have halal. Christians just go buck wild. So you can't mix meat and milk. Not allowed to mix meat and milk. The reason for that is God is a cunt. Can't even go into it. But like, so I never had a cheeseburger until I was 23 years old. Never had a cheeseburger. Yeah, it's weird. Weird upbringing, you know? The closest I got was I had a hamburger, and then 6 hours later, I ate a slice of cheese, and then I was like... I had a couple of cheeseburgers coming out, but never going in. Also, no pig product of any kind. No pork, no bacon, no ham. Not allowed at all. Actually, this is fun because I took my nephew for his bar mitzvah. I took him to a New York Ranger game. Bar mitzvah is a Jewish coming-of-age ceremony. You've heard that. It's like Mexicans have quinceañeras, I guess, for little girls. It's when bar mitzvah is when a Jewish boy becomes a man. And that's when he can read from the Torah for the first time, and they let him on his own evict a family out of their home, all by himself. And so for his bar mitzvah, I took my nephew to a Ranger game, my Orthodox Jewish nephew, and during first intermission, we went and got concessions. And I ordered a bacon cheeseburger. And he was just like, ah. I'm like, I don't have to tell you, dude, when you're 19, you can fucking come out of this dumb cult, but until then, I told your mom you'd be good, so enjoy your french fries, loser. But you gotta understand, he's never seen bacon before. 13 years old, he's never been to a non-kosher restaurant. Why would he? He's only friends with Jews. He's only hangs around with Jews. He's never seen bacon. He's never smelled bacon, never touched bacon. And he just had questions. Look, I was already the cool uncle, you know? I fuck hookers, I do drugs. But dude, bacon? And he was just like, Uncle Ari, what does bacon taste like? And I'm like, oh, it's the greatest thing in the world. How do you even explain bacon to someone who's never... It's like, you have no jumping off ground to understand this. It's like explaining freedom to a slave. You know? Or hardship to a millennial. He was like, my mom said it tastes like roast beef. She's a liar, dude. Your mom's a liar. It's my little sister. I knew it a long time ago. I thought she stopped lying, but now I know she's still doing it. He's like, why do you think she's lying? I'm like, because she's never had bacon. And I've had both bacon and roast beef, so I'm the expert here. And he goes, oh, so you don't like roast beef? I'm like, you're missing the point completely. Roast beef is fine, dude. But next to bacon, roast beef is like making out with Madonna now. So we have these kosher laws, and so here's my favorite what if from the Talmud. What if you're making some soup, okay? Let's imagine a big vat of soup in the town square in Jesus times Jerusalem, you know? Can you picture it? Some guy's making this fucking cauldron of soup, and one of these goys, one of these shifty fucking goys, he's just kind of like milling about, you know, just hanging by nearby. What's that goy even doing here? Nobody wants him here. Just shifty, you know, just bringing down property values. I hate when they're here. And he reaches into his pocket. This can't be good. What's this goy? And he pulls out, yep, some ham. No one's looking.